So imagine the Arab world is a family, and you go to a family reunion, okay? You meet Egypt, he's like the movie star. You meet Lebanon, she's like the hot sister who does modeling. Iraq and Iran are the wise old men holding the books of the ancient secrets of the world. And then you ask all these people, who's Mauritania? And then they all kind of freeze, and for the first time, all the Arabs can't say anything. And then finally, Algeria comes forward. And Algeria says, he's like the guy who wears blue and he's writing poetry all the time? We're not sure. Well, we just kind of leave him alone. And then Mauritania comes up from behind and says, good, that's the way I like it. Welcome to the land of wind and poets, Mauritania. Let's go! So apparently in the Mauritanian airport, you can buy entire mini baobab trees that you plant. US Customs would not allow me to have this. So for this adventure, I decided to team up with one of my best friends, Gus, who leads expeditions, along with Tour Mauritania, one of Mauritania's best tour operating groups. We invited 18 of our subscribers on an exclusive trip into the obscure nation of Mauritania to experience what few have ever seen before. Nouakchott means the land of many winds. As you can see, it's very windy here. This is the capital city, Nouakchott, a city where the cold Atlantic meets the harsh Sahara. The clash in atmospheric conditions makes it one of the windiest places on Earth. So windy, I couldn't even fly my drone to give you an aerial shot like in these pictures here. The wind creates a perpetual sandy haze that hovers over the horizon every single day. So you never do get to see a real sunset, but rather a sort of haze set. In fact, the wind plays a vital role in why this country is seeing a curiously audacious amount of foreign investment being poured into this country of over 1 million square kilometers with only 5 million people. This makes Mauritania one of the most prime energy hubs in Africa, as they have some of the highest wind and solar energy potentials. In addition to having free trade zones and a stable political atmosphere, this has put them on the top of the radar for multiple international deals. Everywhere you go in the city, there's construction and development, scaffolding and concrete being poured. They even have their own currency, the ouguia. They actually rejected the West African CFA franc when it was introduced in the 70s to their fellow ECOWAS Union members in West Africa. This speaks volumes about their views on monetary sovereignty. Although yes, they've had their drama in the past, it seems that something's happening here. And I had to meet up with my go-to Mauritanian Baba, whose brain I had to pick about this scintillating topic. This is my go-to Mauritanian guy, Mr. Baba.
Hey everyone, I'm Baba. I'm from Mauritania.
Okay, so Baba, my first question is, can you just kind of explain a little bit more about the social demographic of Mauritania? It's kind of like, it's like the Beduin and the Haratin and the Arab, but it's also African and the Moors. And how would you explain the social demographic of Mauritania?
Yeah, sure. That would be my pleasure. So we have three type of like geographic tribes. Here in Mauritania, we have Beduin, which is actually originally came from Yemen and Libya, and they came here. And then we have the Haratin as well. Their grandfathers, they're Beduin, and they get married with like people from West Africa, and then they all speak Hassaniya. And then we have the third one, which is the Kwar. The Kwar originally came from like West Africa, like Senegal and Mali and everything. They have like three dialogue as well, Soninké, and Polar and Bambara. Back in the days, people used to come with caravans and everything, and they all met here in Mauritania, and that's how the country became like diverse.
So basically Afro-Arab, right?
Yeah, Afro and Arab, yeah.
One thing I'm noticing here is like there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of places being built up, it seems like a lot of foreign investment is coming in here. I mean, what do you think is the future of Mauritania? Because it looks like something is kind of happening here, right?
Definitely. I think Mauritania is going so fast. Everything, the construction, the country is developing so fast. What's happening now, it's exactly what happened in Kenya 30 years ago while the city was booming and everything, you know, all the construction. So a lot of investors, a lot of like opportunity seekers coming here to this country, and I think Mauritania are going to have a lot of potential in the upcoming 2-3 years.
What have you seen in the past few years that this has all been happening?
I mean, there is a lot of like foreigner company came here to invest like Cosmos Innovations, and now like we just had like the big chain hotel called Sheraton. They came here as well. So definitely this is the right time to do anything in Mauritania. And the thing is like we're just opening to the world, man. So yeah, we have 700 kilometers coastline beach, and we have desert, and we have oasis and mountains. So the country is really pretty interesting. You know, Mauritania is one of the least visited country, but like it's really offer a lot, and like UNESCO site like Chinguetti and Wedan, they're really interesting. So definitely it's booming since COVID, like the last couple 3 years. It's going so fast now, and I think from next year as well it's going to be even better. So yeah.
Okay, hold up. No, wait, stop. What did he say? Something about UNESCO sites and oases? Yeah, nah, we're gonna have to check these out. But first, I'm gonna have to dress the part.
Alright, you come to Mauritania, you do one thing. You get a boo-boo.
Where's the head? Where's the head? Here it is. So out of all the desert peoples in the world, the Mauritanians have the most ventilated clothing ever. This is a boo-boo. There's a huge slit on each side of this thing. It's almost always blue. Just look, it's so flappy. It cools you down. It covers you from the sun. It really is the best thing to wear in a climate like this. I love these boo-boos. Look at me, I can fly. I can fly. I'm flying. So every Saharan and Sahelian country has a camel market. This is the third largest in the world after Saudi Arabia and South Sudan. The price range goes from like 600 to 1200. Females and babies cost more because, you know, the females can make milk and they can make more camels. And there's also a bunch of other factors, like if they have really cool eyelashes. Either way, you want a camel, you come here. That is a lot of money. Yeah, they love their camels. Everybody loves you. Good boy. Good boy. Actually, girl. Good girl. Good girl. So we're here at Azouega Dune. Got the whole crew here. Everybody's ready to climb it. You guys happy? You excited? Yeah! Okay. Do you guys all know how to worm dance? Ha! Ha! Well, this is the top of Azouega Sand Dune, the tallest in all of Mauritania. Barely anybody even knows anything about this place. Check it out, we have the whole place to ourselves. There's nobody here but us. There are only two places in the world I've been to that have been this quiet, serene, and picturesque. Yangikala Canyon in Turkmenistan, and now Azouega Sand Dune in Mauritania. It's morning, sun is just rising. Look at that view. My goodness, it's insane. The subtle, soft wind blows on the sand. It's beautiful. And this is basically a Mauritanian pit stop. This is where you go to just chill, maybe get some snacks, maybe get some souvenirs. This is what it looks like. It's a Beduin tent. We're eating some dates with crushed goat and dates. Oh my gosh, I gotta try this. Hold on. And dip it in the yogurt thing.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's like butter.
Whoa, right.
Oh, I like that. Crushed dates with goat with yogurt butter sauce. It's actually really good. I like it. They're just letting us have tea and snacks, and if you want to buy some little handicrafts, it's great. It's so cozy. I love it. They gotta make the tea bubbly. They gotta put foam on top. C'est bon, c'est bon. Merci. That's super sweet. Shukran. So, you're probably going to see these a lot at the markets. What are they? These wooden things with a lot of intricate designs. These are the women's seats on camels. So they put these down, they lay it across the hump, women sit there. There you go, women's exclusive seat for camels. So some people say that Mauritania might actually be the place where the lost city of Atlantis was. And you want to know why? This whole place used to be underwater. Okay, so we left Azuega sand dunes. We just left the Beduin territory, and now we're about to enter Berber territory. So the Bedouins live in the tent, the Berbers live in the mountains and the canyons and the caves. As you can see, we're entering Berber territory. They start speaking the Amazigh Berber language here. This is going to be unique. You start to see how the social transition goes between Mauritania, and we're about to experience it. We're going in the cave territory now. Well, Mr. Gus, you've been here, what, 3 times already?
A bit more than that.
A bit more, okay. All right, you're the guy in charge. You're the expert. What do you think about this place? What do you expect? What do you think people should know about this place?
Super beautiful. We will have a nice, relaxing swim. We need that after camping in the sand dunes.
We're all dirty.
Because we're all smelly.
We've been
Especially
sweating.
Paul.
We haven't taken any showers.
Can't wait, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oasis. This is the Tarit oasis, small little aquifer in the middle of the Saharan desert. Very few people visit this place, and we have it all to ourselves. You always know when there's palm trees growing, there's water. And we found water. So welcome to Tarit, where the water just comes from the rocks. These magic rocks. It's raining down. They collect it right here. When you step in here, the temperature goes down. It's so cool in here. The water comes from the rocks. Look at that. It's just dripping. Constant supply of fresh filtered water. Oh, perfect for the Sahara. Avez-vous une femme et des enfants?
Oui, moi j'ai marié, j'ai 2 enfants.
Combien des enfants?
J'ai 2 enfants.
2 enfants.
J'ai une petite fille et un garçon. Hein.
Un garçon?
Oui, j'ai mon petit grand-fille, il a 7 ans.
Un grand-fille et un garçon.
Le garçon, il a 4 mois, 4 ans.
4 ans, ok. Que penses-toi des étrangers quand ils viennent de ton pays?
Tous les étrangers qui viennent à notre pays, se sont bien. Ils sont très bien. Nous n'avons pas de problème avec eux. Et aussi, eux...
Pas de problème avec rien.
Il n'y a rien. On aime tous les gens, tous les étrangers qui viennent de l'Afrique, qui viennent de l'Amérique du Sud, qui viennent d'Australie, qui viennent d'Amérique, d'Europe. On n'a pas de problème d'eux. On aime, ils viennent en Mauritanie.
Les Mauritaniens aiment tout le monde.
Bien sûr.
À ton avis, quel pays est le premier ami de Mauritanie?
Tu sais, le premier pays ami de Mauritanie, c'est le pays musulman.
Musulman, oh, ok.
Oui, pour nous.
Spécialement
Comme l'Algérie, le Maroc,
Algérie,
Tunisie,
Maroc,
et Tunisie et Libye.
Libye.
Ouais. Et encore, on a beaucoup de relations avec les autres pays, tu sais. On n'a pas de problème avec eux.
Okay.
La relation est très bien.
Okay, this is Chinguetti. Mission accomplished. We made it here. 7th holiest site in all of Islam. This is a UNESCO site as well. I want to see the library. Ooh, let's go check out that library. Let's go.
officially in the Library of Chinguetti.
When you reach this area of the Sahara, and if you're very observant, you'll notice the buildings and structures have very distinct patterns and symbols they attach to themselves. In the southern parts of the country, where the Beduin peoples are, you'll find tickets, which are these symbol figures that they put on the top of their roofs to signify which tribe they come from. But when you travel to the Berber Amazigh areas, you'll notice they incorporate a lot of triangle-shaped shelves in their walls, and doorways and walkways that are shaped like spades, iconic shapes that have been used by these peoples for centuries. It's these small but significant details I like to pay attention to and document whenever I do these types of trips.
Mauritania is interesting because it's a desert, super dry, very little water, but their favorite protein is fish, and this is the national dish, cheboujin. It's basically fish with rice and vegetables and hot sauce, and it's really good. This was in my Mauritania video. I've always been curious about it. I'm gonna try it out right now for the first time. I'm gonna eat it with my hands like the locals. And of course, it's really good. Oh my God, the spice, I love it. The markets of Chinguetti, busy life, morning, stuff is happening, people are buying stuff, kids are going to school. Well, the thing about Mauritania is like everybody here has been super nice, super chill. They don't judge you if you're different. They look at foreigners, they're like, hey, cool. They want to interact with you. They have no problem with you. I've been to places where people will kind of look at you suspiciously a little bit. They don't do that here in Mauritania. They're used to looking at anybody and they're just like, hey, welcome. Everybody here has been super welcoming to us. It's just the way it is.
Except me.
This is the one guy I have a problem with. Garçon, c'est ton maison? Tu habites ici? Puis j'entre? Okay. This guy is showing me his house. Oh, wow. C'est ton livre. Ah. Oh, wow. Tu apprends les clés en école?
Oui.
Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est ça?
Les cheveux.
Le chèvre? Oh, pierre de chèvre. Oh, wow. Goat skin. Rule number one about Mauritania, always have enough water. It gets hot here. here I am. Hey, this is Africa's largest monolith, Amara. It's the second largest in the world after Uluru in Australia. Here in Mauritania, no tourists around. Inside, we got the whole place to ourselves. Woo! I'm glad to be here. This is Amara rock. We're gonna actually touch it. I'm not talking about the boulders falling off of it. We're gonna touch the actual wall of the rock because we have to. It's just the rule, okay? All right, we made it to Amara, and guess what? We touched the rock. So what's really crazy is when you tap it, it sounds hollow. Like there's something inside. There's a whole city living inside of this thing.
It's basically Atlantis.
Yeah, this is the lost city of Atlantis. We found it. People are living inside.
That's a caveman.
Well, it finally happened. You got stuck in the sand right next to Amara. This is bound to happen. The guys, they know what they're doing, though. They know what they're doing. All right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
We're gonna miss the train, guys.
Yeah! Yeah! We're doing it. We're doing it. We're pushing it. We're getting it done. We're getting it done. Look at this. We're doing it. Yeah! Yalla yalla! So, Gus, where are we?
Iron ore train, Mauritania.
Why are we doing this?
I have no idea.
Why do you always bring me into these weird situations?
I just have to, man.
He just has to. Gah! So this is the iron ore train transporting iron ore all the way from Tarit to the coast of Nouadhibou. I'm not the first person to have done this, and I won't be the last. It became super famous about 10 years ago. This is the world's longest train, extending somewhere around 2 miles, maybe 2 to 3 kilometers long, depending on the day. We gotta get to the coast. So the iron ore train used to be open for everybody, but now because of some controversies, you're only allowed to do it if you have permission from the actual train company and if you're doing it with an organized tour group. Don't just hop on this thing. It's not allowed. You have to have permission. Just a heads up. Okay, so this is what we looked like before, right after the train ride, and we're ready to go out. You know, I've spent 10 years of my life writing scripts and researching the world, but honestly, the best feeling is when I actually get to go out and see my own research before my very eyes. I've talked about the Citadel of Wadan, but I've never seen it. I've talked about Cheboujin, but I've never tasted it. It's moments like these that make me feel the most alive, and I'm glad that Mauritania got to be a part of it. Baba, let me ask you this. Okay, so when you say, I am Mauritanian, you know, like, what do you feel? Like, what is a Mauritanian person?
So when I say that, I mean, like, I imagine, like, our grandfather, they used to live in the desert, like, in their tent, and they have, you know, almost nothing for entertainment or something. So we all used to be like Bedouins and Berbers and nomads, so live in the desert and everything. So that's how I feel when I say Mauritania, just about the nature and the sand and, like, the Bedouin life and the nomad. So yeah.
You know, it's crazy. When I started Geography Now, I was just some kid who wanted to learn about the world, but nobody did it on YouTube. And now I'm going around the world, exploring it. I don't know where my life is going, but I just know that it's always going. And I'm kind of happy with it that way. Cheers.